In the world of sports and rehabilitation, traditional manual movement analysis tools often lacked objectivity and accuracy. Precision Sports Technology's KinetikIQ offers a mobile-first platform that has the same capabilities as traditional room-based camera systems. So Emma, how is Precision Sports Technology's KinetikIQ platform leveraging LiDAR-based technology, laser-based technology to provide a competitive advantage?
The first thing about LiDAR is it's laser scanning. So this is now a completely mobile system. So Apple have now launched this in the last 5 generations of their Pro models. For our technology, our key advantage is that we are using this laser scanning along with computer vision and AI to give the fastest and most accurate measurements of movement wherever you are in the world.
And there's sort of 2 systems out there today, really, manual measurements that lack accuracy and precision, and then also these very complex room-based systems with a sequence of cameras that are very complex. So you've kind of come up the middle of those 2.
Oh, exactly. So if you look at one end of the scale, you have these goniometers. They're manual angle measurement devices. So physio brings in the patient, they say, okay, raise your arm. They can measure, okay, right, that's 67 degrees, write it down. Super manual is super slow, but it's also inconsistent because if one physio holds it just a centimeter off someone else, it's a different measurement. Even though professional sports teams are actually using that. We've been to some of the top facilities in the world. They have all these complex systems, but they have these little rulers in the corner. So they're spending way too much time doing this and it's not consistent. But then on the other end of the scale, you have these huge systems. I mean, it takes up an entire large room. You got about 8 to 12 cameras. You have to strip down to your underwear, get all these markers put all over your body. So it takes hours to set up, a technician has to operate it, and then potentially days or weeks to actually get the information. So you get a huge amount of data from it, but you don't get it instantly. So already you can be behind the fact. So what we're doing is we're bringing the complexity and accuracy of the data from the motion capture lab to the convenience and portability of the goniometer. So we've actually proven that we're more than 95% accurate compared to these labs, but you get your results in real time instantaneously.
Yeah. So then trainers and fitness programmers can create a routine that's targeted for that athlete. Now, not everyone, of course, out there is an athlete driving for the ultimate in performance. So for everyday people, and particularly around aging populations, mobility and flexibility and strength, these are key things that are well established to help people age more healthily. How do you think about that in terms of a market opportunity for KinetikIQ?
That is ultimately where we want to take this business. So sports right now is a great opportunity for us because they have this pain point around trying to measure movement. But where I see the real impact for this is in that wider physiotherapy market. So as I mentioned, the individuality of the system is really key. I mean, if you write a system for a 25-year-old pro athlete, that's not going to translate to, a 70-year-old who's recovering from a hip surgery. So for us, where we see the key impact from this is helping therapists to scale up their service. If you think about a hospital where a therapist is seeing 10 people a day because they can only see them at that time, our system, the patient can use this at home. They get real-time feedback on their exercise, so they can know if they're doing it right and whether they are progressing. But then the therapist could technically be seeing 100 people that day, but most of them are online automated. So he knows, okay, these are the 5 I need to bring into the clinic as soon as I can, but he knows the rest are moving along their program. So they're becoming more effective, and that's then saving on healthcare costs and also improving the health of the population.
How far away from a consumer-facing app like that are you?
So we're looking at maybe 1 to 2 years before hitting the consumer market. I mean, right now our focus is on sports teams. We've launched in Europe, but 2025 is going to be our big year for hitting the US. So we're raising our seed fund now, heading over to the States to build out the sports product. But then our plan is to spin off. We're going to have our athlete-facing product next year and really simplify that down then for the consumer. Because not just for sports or physio, we see the gym and fitness market as a huge opportunity for us as well.
So Emma, what was the inspiration for you to start Precision Sports Technology?
I'm a competitive Olympic weightlifter, so fitness and gym, that is really my passion. But I'm actually a computer scientist and a software engineer by trade. So training in the gym one day, I'm also a qualified personal trainer. So I can spot in the mirror when my technique is wrong, but I know that most people don't. They're either paying for a coach to watch them, sending videos to their coach, losing confidence in not doing their exercises, or actually worst case scenario, injuring themselves. So I thought surely tech can help with this. So that's when I started working on the project, wrote the first line of code back in university in 2017, worked as a side hustle for a few years, knowing that I wanted to build a business out of this. And then when I saw that Apple were launching LiDAR on their mobile devices, I knew this was the time. Quit the day job, and 3 years full-time now working on the business.